Welcome to DownloadWaugh.com. I'll be giving a quick overview of this product, the V console. It is a very cool application for tablets, both Apple tablets and also Android, and also phones. You can also install it on your phone. Works. I'm using the iPad Pro and also the iPad 4th generation, so at least you get an idea of the power and the size of the tablet, so you can make your judgment there. All right, now let's go through how to set up the V console app to our DAW software. Today I'm using Reaper, and in Reaper you go in your preferences and you will scroll down to where you have control, OSC, and web. The great thing about the V console app is that it uses the Mackie control protocol, which is pretty standard for pretty much all major DAW. So let me show you how I set it up. So for the control surface mode, you're gonna select your Mackie control universal, right? And for your MIDI input, you're gonna choose V control, and for your output, V control, right? For your surface offset track, if you're only using 8 faders, just leave that at 0, right? All right, if you're gonna use more than 8, you're gonna need to add another Mackie control, but you're gonna have to, instead of adding the universal, you're gonna add the extender, right? It's almost as if it's a physical Mackie universal, and you just do it exactly like how you would do it for a physical Mackie universal control surface. So you add the extender. This time you're gonna add a V control XT2, right? And for the output, same. But now for your surface offset, you're gonna punch in the number 8, right? For the third, let me show you what I did here. If you want to get 24, you add XT3 this time, and of course up top it's Mackie control extender XT3, and this time you're gonna put 16. So you're kind of getting the gist of what's happening. For edit, for the fourth one, XT4, and it's 24, so 24 to 32. All right, so that's it. That's how you set up the 2 iPads, so you have 32 faders to work with, right? So that part, the boring part's over. Perfect. Now for the fun part. Of course, with having 2 iPads, that means you're gonna have 2 of pretty much everything. You're gonna have 2 transport, which is sweet, especially when you're working on one or the other. You don't have to switch over to hit the transport, it's already there. That's cool. The application, you can either plug it in using a USB cable and it shows wired. I prefer that way. It's you don't need internet, but if you have a Wi-Fi connection, you can hook it up that way and do it wirelessly. Normally when I do it wireless, when I'm in the sound booth and doing vocals, I'll just unplug it and it automatically hops onto your Wi-Fi, and you do your vocals, come back, plug it back in, and it works great. So that's the list of DAWs. So you have Audition, Cubase, Digital Performer. Oh my gosh, list is extensive. Pro Tools, of course, blah blah. You get it. It's that way. Now let's go into the actual features. Let's head over to the mixer view, and so you can see that the faders work very low latency. Pretty much follows your finger. Very nice. All right, that part is pretty much standard. You get a bunch of mode buttons, right? Mode 1 to 6, and you can map those buttons to whatever you want. As a matter of fact, you can map anything on the V console to whatever you want using the V console preferences, right? But I map the modes to do various tasks, and also remap my flip button to be a plugin button, so I can open a plugin. All right, I remapped pretty much as many buttons as I could, so I can not really focus on using my mouse or my keyboard. Let's focus on a kick drum, the kick channel. When I hit my flip button, it shows me my effects chain. I can now see my effects chain on the V Control app. You are my life. Here, just the kick. We can go ahead and start EQing. Alright. You kind of get the idea. Same thing with our compressor. You can check your ratio. All right. I trust. So I want to go to the hi-hat. All right. I can go ahead and add so I'm going to add a re-EQ. So you can, it's very responsive, you know. You can actually do your work on here. And you are my life. So you don't really need to touch your mouse pretty much anymore, you know. Over on the secondary iPad here, mapped my edit section here, the F1 all the way to F8 with my markers. So when I hit those, I can jump from one part of the song to the next. Right? Your love, I see the way. There are tons of buttons you can remap to whatever you want, and of course, if you're a Reaper user, you kind of know exactly. You just simply go into your actions menu, right? And you choose whatever you want to map. Say, let me choose. So this particular, the F1 button goes to marker 1. And if you notice, I already mapped it all the way up to marker 8, right? So if I wanted marker 9, let's find something that's not being used. Man, that's very hard because I've pretty much, okay, let me just delete one and remap it so at least you can see how I do it. So that's deleted. So it's add, and then you select F1, and that's it. It's that simple. And now it's mapped to your marker 1. So that's a quick overview of the V console. You can check them out at Neyrinck and download it and try it for yourself. Pretty cool. Thank you so much.